Hey guys, Starstrider here, and I'm bringing you a couple of updates, some news regarding a Pocketpair and as it relates to Palworld. First order of business is we have some news coming out of Japan regarding the lawsuit between Nintendo and Pocketpair. And if you're anything like me, you're going to laugh at this, and it really is starting to show Nintendo's weakness in this case. So, Nintendo has asked the judge that is presiding over the lawsuit to not count mods as prior art. The argument is, Nintendo is arguing that mods are not prior art because they don't stand on their own, like games that they run on, like the games that they run on. So, and I find that laughable. For me, as someone from Generation X, that feels like kids on the playground playing their own game of baseball or Foursquare or whatever, and someone decides to suddenly try to change the rules of the game mid-game to be in their favor, so that the rules are in their own favor. It'd be like some kid arguing a tag out at second base because the baseman tagged him by the arm, which wouldn't count because it needs a body to be there in the first place. It's ridiculous.
Well, that doesn't count.
I really feel that this is a sign that Nintendo is showing how weak their case is. Now, I'm not a legal expert. I'm just going by on how it reads, because Pocketpair is using some mods in some of their argument to invalidate Nintendo's patents that they are allegedly infringing on. Now, don't get me wrong, the mods are not the only thing they're listing. They've given the judge, they're using a list of several examples of prior arts, including whole games, and mods are just part of the argument. So it's not like they're only using mods as example of prior art. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. I will leave a link to the article at GameSpray in the description. Now let's move on to some happy and more exciting news from Pocketpair. Late last night, about 9 o'clock Eastern US, Pocketpair made an announcement that in 2026 they are aiming to launch Palworld 1.0. That means that Palworld will no longer be in early access, and we will be getting the full game. That is something we can all be really excited for. Now, they have also mentioned that their next updates, especially for around Christmas of 2025, will not be as big as it was last year. So we're not going to get a Faybreak level update. They have mentioned that they will put out an update in late 2025 around Christmas, but it's not going to be as big as the Faybreak. And the reason for this is they have said that they want to focus on cleaning up the game as it is and just fine-tuning everything, optimizing everything for the launch of 1.0, so they're not putting as much effort into the updates between now and then. One was last year in 2024. That being said, it's really exciting that they are going to the next step with this game. They are not intimidated by the lawsuit proceedings or anything. They are moving forward with the IP and the game to a full launch. So that is exciting news. Another point I would like to make, aside from the news, there's been speculation that the lawsuit is going to be dragged out until Pocketpair is out of money. They're worried, outside, other content creators and others have this opinion that, it's a David and Goliath struggle, which I do empathize with, but at the same time, Pocketpair hasn't shown any sign of slowing down. If anything, they are ramping up. So we have seen that they've bought stock in a company They're looking to expand the brand. They're looking at, and they've partnered with Sony to possibly make an anime and a trading card game. At the same time, this Pocketpair is not their only IP. We just saw a couple months ago they put out a Pocketpair released a game called Dead Take in the horror genre. So they're still making money elsewhere. So they have other means of incoming cash flow, if that makes sense. I don't think they are as destitute as some of the other videos I've been watching make them out to be. They're definitely not, they're not in a weakened financial state. If anything, they are still growing in spite of the obvious legal fees that that is surmounting with this lawsuit. So keep that in mind, guys. I don't think they're going to run out of money anytime soon. And in fact, I mean, they are expanding their arms to other developers. There is another game on the horizon that they are publishing. They did not develop it, but they are publishing. There are Steam pages popping up for for other indie projects that they have a hand in, that they are helping to market and publish. So, guys, don't think Pocketpair is their only cash cow. Yes, it's a big cash cow for them, and we're all excited to see them expand the brand. But don't think that Palworld is their only moneymaker. So keep that in mind. And obviously, they haven't announced it, but I'm thinking that once Palworld goes to 1.0, the price of the game may go up. We shall see how that's handled. I think this is a really exciting time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you later.